Your guys are really nice. But I noticed they're a little baggy in the britches.
Well, all of our guys are hard-working, honest techs. Some of the best AC and plumbers in the industry. And as you can tell, they work their tails off for our customers. Call today and ask how you can get up to $2,000 in tax credits and rebates off a new unit.
Whoa, his britches ain't so baggy.
Oh, him? That's Paul. He's the new guy. Give him time.
Okay.
Call 602-2-REPAIR to get it done.
The year was 1985, and I was getting ready to play in my very first preseason game. I had never covered a kickoff before, and yet there I was, getting ready to start the game as the L5, coming down the left hash mark to cover my very first kickoff. And as I was sitting there, worried about how I was going to do this, wondering about how do you cover a kickoff, all the veterans ever told me was run as fast as you can, and I was terrified because I'd never done it before. And as Neil O'Donnell, our kicker, was teeing up the ball, getting ready to start the game, suddenly I hear this, "Wolfley!" I look around, I don't know who's calling me, and Wolfley! My goodness, all these thoughts going through my head. Somebody's calling me. We haven't even started the game. I've already done something wrong. And yet I know that voice. And that voice was Falanico Noga's voice. He was the biggest, toughest person I had ever been around. He was a Samoan. He was 255 pounds with 5% body fat. He benched 450 and ran a 4.55 40 at Busch Stadium in bare feet. Suddenly I looked over at him like, what? What, Nico? He said, "Wolfley, you go down, break wedge. I make play." Great, I don't know how to break a wedge, Nico. And now all of a sudden, with all these thoughts and these concerns and these worries swirling in my head, I now have Falanico Noga telling me what to do when I have no idea how to do it. Neil O'Donnell kicked the ball off, and he kicked it to the left part of the field. I was on the L5. I was on the left hash. Nico Noga was on the right hash. So Nico squeezed to the ball, and he got right on my hip. And suddenly the wedge formed. 4 large human beings the size of Saturn's third moon. 4 offensive linemen right in front of me. It was the wedge. And as I was approaching the wedge 20 yards out, Nico pushed me in the back. Pushed me into the back, and that sent me head over heels right into the wedge. Boom! There's a huge collision. People are screaming. Body parts everywhere. The biohazard is real. And as I'm laying on the ground, wondering what happened, trying to come to, suddenly my vision clears, and I'm laying on the ground, and I look across the way, and there's Falanico Noga laying on top of the ball carrier with a big grin on his face. He said, "Wolfley, I told you, you break wedge, I make play." Would Parker and Sons ever rip you off? You ever have a large Samoan push you into a wedge?